My name is Ruben. I'm an illustrator for the No Youth Media, and I'm a participant of Youth Voices.
My name is Gabby. I'm a reporter at the No Youth Media, and I'm also a participant with Youth Voices.
So my name is Raymar, and I'm a participant in the Youth Voices project.
My name is Johnson. I'm a program coordinator for Youth Leadership Institute, and I am an adult ally for the Youth Voices project.
My name is Mark Pizzania. I'm an adult ally for the Youth Voices program. I work at the Youth Leadership Institute and am the Fresno Boys Men of Color.
The Youth Voices project is a collaboration with CMAC, with some of our young people from Youth Leadership Institute, for them to learn video and video production and editing and everything that goes on to creating a video. It just gives them a voice in a different capacity, a different medium that they probably normally wouldn't have.
Almost a year-long effort, and it involved getting a lot of us from some youth advocacy organizations like the No Youth Media and Boys and Men of Color, and putting them in a space where they'll have access to equipment and lessons to be able to tell their own story about some of the issues they see going on in Fresno.
I've learned a lot about cameras. I learned just how they work, which I found out cameras are super heavy when filming B-roll. Yeah, your hands get like super shaky and stuff, so it's like props to whoever like has to like hold it alone. Dude must be buff.
I feel like I've gotten better at interviewing and just basic creation of a video. So I feel like I've gotten a really well-rounded approach on how to present a story on video. Before starting this project, I don't think I would have known where to begin. And so this gave me a place where I could discover those things like how to set up a camera, how to get your interviews, how to jot down, what you want accomplished through your video. And so that was a really cool thing about this project, is that I got to learn through each step.
We sat down, we talked about the stories we wanted to tell and how we could possibly tell it. It's like what were some reoccurring issues, and it's conversations that we've had in different spaces like numerous times, but now it was like, okay, where do we want to take some of the things we see every day and how are we going to put it in a video? From there, we took the time to plan our video and how we were going to put it into action and what we were going to record and edit. So we all got into groups who wanted to be a part of which project, and people were able to do multiple projects or could be on their own.
The practicing really helped out because it was like still fresh in my mind. Creating this type of medium is a lot more, I don't want to say hard, but a lot more goes into it than what you actually see.
Once you put a face on a story, that's when you get the full emotion of things. I chose to do like a story on immigrants. Like my parents are immigrants, I'm an immigrant. So the person we interviewed was Mr. Adon. He was an immigrant from Mexico. He owns Tolteca Candies, which and like you can go to your general just convenience store and you see candies right there with the Tolteca brand. He's created businesses for his sons. He has this like brand for popsicles, Pops Emporium. Then like Boca Taqueria. He's done so many things, and he's an immigrant. He's created so many jobs. Like he owns 3 warehouses, and you see these employees like going and we've gotten to know them from my dad doing jobs for them, and like he's super friendly, and you just see him being super successful, and he's an immigrant.
I am working with some of our youth on the generational politics in Fresno video.
We're really pulling voices from different generations and asking them about how they feel about local politics, but also national issues. And so we're kind of connecting the two, and we're just exploring with them what their views are and looking at different generations to see, what the differences are, what are some similarities.
Baby boomers, from millennials and from Gen Z.
Them to have a different perspective, really, because some have been around longer than others, and so they've been through different elected officials than others, and so I think that'll add more to the conversation.
I know Fresno is typically more conservative, but the people that I surround myself are typically more liberal. So I don't really get to see that other side in Fresno, even though I know that that's the majority of what people are here.
So I wanted to do homeless resources in Fresno because it was just something that everybody sees every day. There's been a lot of projects about some of the different homeless issues and how the rates of poverty have skyrocketed over the past 10 years in Fresno. And we wanted to do a video on some of the resources and what options people had to be able to go to and to make that more apparent. So a lot of people focus on the negative aspects of homelessness, and obviously it's a big issue, one of our biggest issues that needs to be addressed. But I wanted to more so focus on where a lot of these homeless communities can go to. Shout out to Melissa, she's helping me out with my project right now. So we were able to get a lot of great content and had some great conversations with people that were really involved in the community. Planning and everything took up most of the time for the project, but filming took 3 days, and because of all the preparation we had, we were ready. We were able to handle a lot of the filming for the project, so it came out well.
If you're like showing like all these problems that are happening, and now you're seeing them, you know, face to face in a way, then you're like, okay, this is actually affecting people. And not only that, like if it's filmed like where you live, you're like, it's affecting the same place where I am. Like if it's something in Fresno, you could be like, I drive through that street every single day, or I see that every single day, and you're like, yeah, something needs to change about this, or you know, it motivates people a lot more to do change.
Yeah, I think understanding the different types of media that you are consuming is very important, especially the different types, because print with video, with digital, while it is all, you know, media, they are very different in the way that you perceive them, because print, it's longer. You have to take what you read and form your own opinion on that based on what you read. But with like video, you can see what, you know, the producers and the editors want you to see by the way they convey the message in the video. You know, if it's sad, it's easier to convey sadness on a video than it is in print. So I think just the different types of media and how people consume that is very important.
You can use that tool to inform, educate, and share information with people. And so when you think a topic is powerful enough for a video or for a written piece or for a song, any sort of medium, I think it carries tremendous weight.
Storytelling through video is one of the most effective ways to tell a story, because I know, like, just personally being a 19-year-old, like, I'm surrounded by text all day. Video making is one of the quickest, most efficient ways to learn and be exposed to different things. So you may agree with a video, you may disagree with a video, but what I found with most people, like if they're just gonna watch a video or documentary, they could 100% not even agree with what the person's trying to convey. But because it's a video, a little 5-minute thing, or it's a movie, people are more willing to sit down and see the images that are going on and step out of their own world for a second.